Hi, Kathryn. Welcome to Six Simple Questions. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, I'm Kathryn Bistacchi. I'm from Definition Consulting. We're a marketing and business development consultancy based normally in Sale. And yeah, we work with businesses covering a full range of marketing and business development services, so full kind of integrated marketing. Yeah, a whole mixture of different businesses that we work with, where we're almost kind of seen as their virtual kind of marketing team, marketing directors and business development directors and team that work alongside our clients.
Great, thanks. So I know you and Kirsty. How did you end up setting up Definition?
Yeah, so Definition is just going to be coming up to its 4th year. And prior to that, I had a business development consultancy for 6 years, and Kirsty had a marketing agency, Whale Marketing, for about 13 years. And then we joined forces about 6 years ago. We ended up working on some joint kind of projects together. And at the time, we realised actually the kind of I suppose the complement that marketing and business development, when you put the two together, can actually bring. So, for example, where a lot of kind of clients that we worked with, or other agencies that we've come across, where kind of marketing stops and business development needs to begin, kind of was going into a bit of a black hole. So we thought actually there's a need there, and because we complement each other by having those coming from those different backgrounds, because mine's very much from a sales and business development background. I was a sales and business development consultant. But bringing the two together, along with our team of graphic designers and creatives and account managers, we've got quite a unique offer that we're able to give to our clients. So yeah, so that's kind of how Definition was.
That's how you got together. Brilliant. Right. So, as you know, with the Business Network, we like to ask a personal question of everybody when we're sat around the table. So this is it. So what passions, hobbies, when you have a bit of spare time, what do you do with it?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I've got much of it at the moment. So, but I'd always say my boys, and I always say that. So I've got my husband and my 5-year-old, and then I also used to have a dog. So we had our dog just before, who passed away sadly before October. But we've actually got exciting news where we've got our new addition joining us, 4-legged one, just to make sure that's clear, who's joining us on Friday. So we've got our new puppy joining us on Friday, which couldn't come a moment too soon. So very excited about that. But yeah, so normally I love being outside, so walking, love to go to the beach, live right in the heart of Altrincham, so you'll normally find me when we can up kind of around the market area, normally having a glass of wine or a coffee. So yeah, and then yeah, so that's kind of where you tend to find me. And then with regards to other things, I mean, I love to travel. So my husband always just says all I ever do is plan the next holiday, so I always have to have something booked. Thankfully, the earliest I've got something booked for isn't until October, so it normally revolves around being in the sunshine. But I actually went skiing for the first time in 22 years this February.
Right.
And yeah, absolutely loved it. It was a bit like getting back on the bike after maybe day 3 or 4, but yeah, absolutely loved it. And yeah, we've already booked again to go next February. Right. And then kind of when I'm not with family and kind of traveling, all my family are down south, so I tend to be kind of down there visiting them when I can. And but otherwise, yeah, you tend to find me in the gym. I'm a bit of a gym bunny. I do like to go to the gym. I like doing Pilates. It's my kind of escape, being able to put my headphones on and yeah, just Kirsty always says that one of these days I'm going to fall off the treadmill, because that's where I always get my ideas. I normally try and kind of then tap them into my phone or send her a message, and so she always knows when I'm on the treadmill. But so far I haven't fallen off yet.
Great, thanks for that. Podcasts, do you listen to any?
Do you know what? I really need to get into them. So many people talk about podcasts, but I always think, oh yeah, I should get into that, is because my commute to work from Altrincham to Sale is actually about 20 minutes, if that. And I normally spend it either talking to my dad or my granddad, checking in on them on my kind of commute in or home from work. So I don't really get the chance to listen to it. And if I'm honest, a kind of bit of a guilty pleasure. When I'm in the car for those 20 minutes, I must think I'm still in my 20s. I quite like listening to Greg James on Radio 1.
Right.
I find it quite funny. So yeah, so I really need to get into, I keep thinking I need to kind of, I love reading, so I should kind of get into kind of podcast, and a couple of people have recommended different ones, but yeah, it's not quite something that I've found room to squeeze in yet.
Fair enough, but you've led me on to the next question. So you love reading. A book you'd recommend? Well, we're all supposed to be reading more at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's a business book, then the one that I always refer back to is the E-Myth, which I think a lot of people have read, but with regards to kind of the three kind of parts or three different roles that you kind of have, and trying to make sure you've got an equal balance between them all, from a business point of view. So that's a book that I'd really recommend, and yeah, it's one that I kind of refer back to mentally, if not actually physically. But if it's kind of books for kind of on holiday, my favourite author is a guy called Simon Koenig. It's quite a dark thriller, and it's a real page turner. I'm desperately waiting and hoping that they'll turn some of them into films, because he's an amazing writer. So I'd recommend any of his, and you can read them in any order.
Here's my my phone has started ringing. So how terrible was that?
So do we need to do a take 3 now?
We'll leave that in.
Are we going to leave that in? Okay.
That's me. So. Sorry to interrupt you there.
That's okay, but yeah, so that's someone I'd recommend. And then if I had to kind of split it up with a little bit of, if sometimes they're quite dark, so to stop me being absolutely paranoid that there's someone about to murder me around every corner, then I normally throw in a few chick flicks from kind of Sophie Kinsella or Marion Keyes or something along the ways, but balance it out.
Okay, and the final question is, obviously we're in uncharted territory, about any words of wisdom that you found helped you.
Yeah, I think kind of something that I've always was said to me when I first started out, gosh, 10 years ago now, was, you know, when you work for yourself or you've got your own business, was all about just being able to hold your nerve. And I think now more than ever, that's definitely one of them. And it's, so our kind of, my general ethos in general is still to hold your nerve and also do the right thing. So if it feels right and you think it's the right thing to do, which normally means about being honest with people and you know, and just doing what is the right thing, and that's the right thing for the business, that's the right thing for your team, that's the right thing for your clients, it's kind of sits well with you, then you can't go too far wrong. It's when sometimes something doesn't sit well with you, there's normally a reason, and that's because it's not the right thing, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
And that's generally stood me in quite good stead till now. So yeah, I think, you know, I think it's times like this where you just have to kind of try not to run away and hide, which is quite tempting sometimes, but yeah, just kind of hold your nerve, believe that you're doing the right thing, keep checking to make sure that, you know, you are doing it all in the right order and looking forward, then you can't normally go too far wrong, I like to think.
Oh, well, thank you so much for doing this for us. So
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Right, thank you very much, Kirsty. Kathryn.
Thank you. Thanks, Simon.
Bye.
Bye.